beside of me.
Hey guys, today I'm gonna bring you another overused battle, and this is an overused battle against Emirinho from Smogon. He starts off with Elite Aerodactyl, I start off with Elite Azelf. As you guys know, as in my previous battle, I'm starting off with the same choice band lead as Elf, and he's starting off with an Aerodactyl, and since all Aerodactyls have the focus sash, I'm pretty sure that I can't finish him off with a single Ice Punch. Therefore, I just go for a U-turn, basically because I can't do something to this Aerodactyl. I can't kill it in one hit, so I have to break the sash, go for U-turn, and go into my Suicune. He'll expect me to set up, obviously, and that is something he doesn't want to see, so I'm pretty sure he'll go for the taunt. I take my profits from that and go for a Hydro Pump, finishing off this Aerodactyl. Now, I'm not sure what kind of Spiritomb this was. I thought it might have the Choice Band, and I thought it was going to trick me into Choice Band, therefore I didn't want to have my Suicune crippled. I switched into my my Celebi, but then I saw the nasty plot and I just decided to switch into my Heatran because Spiritomb can do a thing against Heatran since mostly its offensive moves are Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse. But this one is quite original and has Shockwave packed. Luckily Luckily I don't get the Paralyze I wanted to say, but that's the move Discharge that causes the Paralyzation. Shockwave is just a 60% move that cannot fail to miss, if I'm correct. Not sure why he used that, but let's continue to the match. He goes for a Nasty Plot again, while I go for a Fire Blast. That wasn't the bestest move he could do. He should have just switched out into something else that could take the Fire Blast with relative ease. However, here I didn't want to take the risk of him predicting my switch back into Celebi and going for a Flare Blitz, so I just decided to let my Heatran go while I went for the Explosion, where he maybe, if he overpredicted and went for a Fire Blast, then it would have been too bad for him. Now I go into my Elite Pokemon again because that's the best thing I can do. I don't want to go for the U-turn, so I just decided to go for a Zen Headbutt, but it does pitiful damage to that Scizor because of the resistance. And now I really thought that he would go for a Bullet Punch, and I thought that my defensive Celebi could take this Bullet Punch with relative ease. However, he goes for a Bug Bite, and I really didn't see that one coming. So I just wasted my Celebi there. I'm going to go for an Earthquake here because if he stayed in, U-turn would have done nothing, and Earthquake is my stab move. However, he goes into Swampert, the Pokemon I haven't seen yet at this time of the battle, and Earthquake does pitiful damage. Now I'm going to switch out because I don't want to take an Ice Beam to the face, and I was predicting him to set up Stealth Rocks, but he goes for an Avalanche, so this kind of figures that this is an physical offensive Swampert. Maybe packed with Curse, I'm not so sure because I haven't faced a lot of these Swamperts recently. I thought he would go for a switch here into either Scizor or his last Pokemon, which I haven't saw yet. So I go for a Calm Mind up, and I'm pretty sure that my Hydro Pump is going to be a 2-hit KO in this point. So I'm going to go for for Hydro Pump, that is, on the very next turn. And as you will see, it will be a 2-hit KO, doing so much damage on this Swampert. If I was live orb, it might have finished him off, but yeah, that's just my choice of running this as a leftover set. That's just because many people will think that it is a Crocoon, and yeah, I can play mind games with it. However, he gets a critical hit on the Earthquake, which I would have survived for sure, and that is going to finish off my Suicune. Not too great. Here I have to rely on the maximum damage with Azelf to finish off the Swampert with U-turn, but I get a critical hit, which kind of pays off for the critical hit he got on my Suicune. Now I switch off into my Red Eyes, my Flygon, and I decide to go for a Fire Blast straight away because I know I can survive a single Bullet Punch from a Choice Banded Scizor. So I go for a Fire Blast, it hits, and it's going to finish off that Scizor for sure. And now he's left with two more Pokemon, one is Infernape and one Pokemon I haven't seen yet. So basically I'm going to switch out and leave my Azelf as a Death Fodder because I didn't know what kind of Infernape this was. I thought that it was Life Orb, but I didn't see the recoil damage due to the Life Orb. So I thought it might be Choice Bandit because I have only seen physical moves up to this point. So I go into my Jolteon and I'm ready to sweep. However, it is Choice Scarfed, and that really blew for me because yeah, that was really terrible for me because now I just had to hope that this Infernape isn't Jolly max speed, and then I will be able to take it out with an Outrage. And luckily, my Flygon is Jolly, max speed nature, maximum EV in speed. A good friend of mine, known as Xenon, always told me to run speed over power, and as you can see in this battle, it pays off again because this Espeon is because my opponent's Infernape was Adamant Choice Scarfed, and yeah, I'm going to take out this Espeon as well due to the Stealth Rocks, which is just excellent for me. So good game, Emirinho. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Now let's continue to the question of the day, and from now on I'm going to ask questions about Pokemon Best Wishes, since it's going to be since it's going to come out really soon. I think it's next Saturday, not really sure. But now I'm going to ask about your favorite starter, which starter you're going to pick in the Pokemon Black and White series. I'm not sure, the grass Pokemon seems so cool, but I have a tradition to always start off with a water type Pokemon. So what is your starter going to be? Leave your answer as a reply.